Ahead of the budget speech, we have with us in studio Tim Harris, DA spokesperson on finance. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you.
Tim, as you are aware, all eyes are on Pravin Gordhan, Minister of Finance, this week ahead of the budget. You've recently released and tabled your alternative budget, and you've called it firmly centrist. What does that mean? Give us a little bit of an explanation.
Well, what we do every year as the DA is we take the revenue and expenditure forecast for the year, and we show how we would implement our policies and our manifesto this year within those constraints.
So it's basically your vision.
It's our fiscal vision for the country. It's how to afford DA policies in our current environment. So we find a whole lot of costs that we can cut out of Pravin's budget. We streamline government. We cut corruption. We introduce some tax cuts as well to try and stimulate the economy and incentivize employment. And then we fund a whole lot of new DA programs in our alternative budget. So it's quite a technical and detailed exercise, but I think we're certainly the only opposition party that does it, and I think it sets us apart as a party whose manifesto is fully costed, but also who's thought about what we do on day one in government.
You've also called for some serious cuts in state spending. What do you propose here?
Well, this year what we looked at is what happened in the Western Cape when the DA took power in 2009. We looked at spending on goods and services by the ANC in 2008 and then under the DA administration in 2009. And we found some very interesting figures. Spending on consultants was down by, I think, almost 50%. Spending on advertising was down by 40%. Spending on catering and venues was down by around 30%.
Those are huge figures.
They really are big figures, and that speaks to our approach to governing. And it's very useful for us now as an opposition party in Parliament to have this example in the Western Cape where a DA government has managed to cut some of these items which I don't think people in the Western Cape were necessarily seeing value for. We saved on average across the goods and services budget about 3%, but it was very focused in areas like consultants, like advertising, like catering, where we think it's possible to make cuts without adjusting service delivery because those are really going to the politicians and the people at the top.
And not actually affecting the quality of life of the man on the street at all.
But saving a lot of money across government.